Hi everybody, Benita again. I'm hoping that I can make a video over 10 minutes because I've been trying to talk about the WWE in this video and I keep getting to 10 minutes and I've got more and more and more to say because like Enzo Amore, I can talk all day if I wanted to. But the WWE, I got back into it via a guy called Roscoe Duhop and his friend Grim. Check out the Duhop Show channel. Just put in YouTube Roscoe Duhop and it'll come up. Same with Grim. They're independent wrestlers way back when, and they have their little storylines for the Grim toy show wrestling division or whatever. And Grim's got his own wrestling ring in his grandma's backyard, and they all come and wrestle and whatever else. And it's fun. It's just fun videos. And his daughters, the Grimettes, have got their own little channel and everything. That's all cool. And check out Grim's YouTube videos for. If you use his name Grim, you can get 10% off WWE action figures from whatever website that he promotes, and he promotes SeatGeek as well. So that's a shout out for Duhop and Grim. So you guys are cool guys, and you got me back into WWE. Although I always forget, I want to go and see or watch WWE Raw on Mondays. And always, it seems, between 11 o'clock and 11:59 on a Monday, I missed Raw again. And the last time I watched it was about 8 weeks ago. And that was about 3/4 of it. And Enzo and Cass just happened to come out. And I thought, oh, cool. Two of my favourite wrestlers currently, in the new era are on. So, and my two brothers, my youngest brother, he watches these shows religiously. He can tell you everything that's going on. I haven't kept up with it because usually, my son or my wife is watching the TVs, so I don't always get to watch what I want to watch. So there's not really much else I want to watch apart from WWE, and my three teams play, the Steelers, the Pirates and the Penguins. And, the Penguins are only really on when they're in the playoffs, and way to go Penguins, you won the Stanley Cup. And the Pirates are only on really when the playoffs are on as well. They may get on regular season if they're in Florida, or they don't have a Florida team on. So, but anyway, I'm really impressed with the WWE at the moment. It's improving. There's a few things I'm not really sure about and want to be negative about, but the women's division has blown up into something special, and I'd love equality for all people. And the women's US soccer team are trying to get equality for playing on grass and equal pay and that kind of stuff. And to see the women's division in the WWE blow up like the way it has, even with someone like Charlotte, who's the women's champion, who I don't like. And that's not a problem because, you're going to like some wrestlers, you're going to dislike some wrestlers, you're going to be on the fence about some. Don't like Charlotte. Eva Marie, didn't know about her really because I've been watching the YouTube videos of Raw and SmackDown and the pay-per-views and to see who's winning it, etc. Just to try and keep up. I didn't really know about Eva Marie until she got suspended. I thought, oh, you're attractive. But apparently she's not that good of a wrestler, according to Grim. But I have to watch some of her matches and see if she's that good or not. Paige got suspended as well. It looks like she's got in some mess with Alberto Del Rio, who they were a couple. I don't know if they're still officially together or not because I don't keep up that much. But they got split up by Triple H. Apparently, he basically said, "Well, you're going to this show, Paige, you're going to that show." to try and keep Paige away from him, because it looks like Alberto Del Rio sent or took Paige down the wrong road, with telling her to take this illegal drug, because there's a wellness program which I think got implemented in 2006. Now, if you're taking illegal drugs or something that on the list of stuff then they're not allowed to do, you're getting suspended for 30 days. The next time 60, and I think the third time, you get the boot up your butt and you're out the door, I think. But anyway, I'm hoping that Paige comes back, because she said in a documentary, which you'll find if you put Paige, Paige, into the YouTube search, a documentary of her family should come up, and they're all wrestlers. Her family's a wrestling family. So, they saw her. Her and her brother went for trials, basically, for the WWE. They said, right, you've got a contract. They basically said that day, here's a contract, I think, or something like that. Now she's in the WWE. You got yourself suspended. Why? Why did you listen to Alberto Del Rio? I'm British, or English, as you can hear, most probably. I'm from Ipswich, which is in the county next door to Norwich, where Paige is from. And our professional soccer teams are rivals, and we're always having a banter and making fun out of each other because we're rivals. So, although she needs some Norwich, and she's a Norwich girl, I want not Paige back. I want Paige, back in the ring again, wrestling Charlotte, and now Bayley's there. I love Bayley. Now she's on the Raw roster, even better. But so Paige and Bayley at the moment are my two favourite wrestlers. Alicia Fox is still on the roster, and she had, I think, her first wrestling match on WWE against Charlotte maybe a week or so ago for the first time ever. And you'll see on one of the Raw reactions Grim did, is like, oh, he's like, you still work here, kind of thing. Although Alicia Fox is still on the Raw roster, if you look on the website. And I've sent a couple of emails to Alicia Fox in hope they'll get an autograph or something. Same with Paige. Being British, seeing Paige in the WWE doing so well, there's a bit of a, British pride thing there. So, although we should have one world government and put all these borders down anyway. So, the women's division, Bayley, Paige, Alicia Fox, need to be pushed. Hopefully Paige can, get her ass in gear and get back and keep herself away from people like Alberto Del Rio. Want Alicia Fox to get some more in-ring time. Bayley's going to get it anyway because she's new, and I think they'd mostly push her again, hopefully against Charlotte and Sasha Banks. Maybe a freeway for the a freeway wrestling match for the title. Maybe a ladder match would be cool. Not too sure if they'll put women in tables matches against each other, but that would be cool. A tables match. First person to put the other two through a table 3 times would be cool. Who else in Nia Jax, which will lead into the men's roster in a minute. Nia Jax and Braun Strowman, wrestling jobbers week in, week out. Why? And it's week in, week out. Get somebody out from the main roster against them and say, these are jobbers. Try me for size, kind of thing. Nia Jax, okay, she's big and strong, but I think it was Awesome Kong and China. You get these big, powerful women who nobody can really, do anything against. I watched Asuka wrestle Nia Jax in NXT, and she did okay. If you've got some martial arts experience and you're quick, you know, make these bigger people tire quickly. But someone like Nia Jax, she's that powerful, or that more powerful. All she needs is 2 moves, and 1, 2, 3, you're done. Same as someone like Braun Strowman. You're putting these little jobbers up against this guy. What for? I think it's about time that they brought somebody out from the main roster to for a decent storyline. For whatever reason, Braun Strowman was put on a different roster to the rest of the Wyatt family. Or I don't know where Luke Harper went to. I didn't pay attention to where everybody went. But Braun Strowman's on a different roster to at least 2 of the Wyatt family. I know Bray Wyatt's on a different roster. Why all of a sudden you split these people up? So I don't know what really happened there. Maybe Braun Strowman had a bit of a tantrum and said, "Oh, I want to have a push. I don't want to be behind Bray Wyatt." So that something like that may have happened. I don't know. So leave a comment and tell me if you know. Because as I said, I've only just started back into wrestling again via Grim and Duhop's videos and onto watching WWE videos and whatever on YouTube. So Finn Balor I like. Now he's injured because Seth Rollins keeps injuring people, and he's just another one in the line of people. Seth Rollins is injured, and he comes out after Finn Balor reluctantly relinquished the new Twizzler belt because it's that red Twizzler colour. I like the Universal belt, and I think it's a good idea, the Universal belt, because it's everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. Bulgarian like Rusev, Swiss like Cesaro, American like Roman Reigns, and whatever else. So I like the idea of the Universal belt. I like the red belt. Looks like nobody else does because they all booed it when it came out. So no, Daniel Bryan being around as the general manager, good. I'm glad that they brought him back. Glad that they got Mick Foley around. Mostly the 2 most likeable wrestlers in history. Again, leave a comment if you beg to differ. I like both of them, so I'm not really too fussed about Daniel Bryan or Mick Foley being general managers of Raw and SmackDown. So, and having the brother and sister thing with Shane O'Mac and Stephanie McMahon standing up behind them, walking around at the same time with Daniel Bryan and Mick Foley. That's pretty good. I didn't really like Shane McMahon back in the Attitude Era, but I like him now. Now he's back, and he's a little bit older. It's good to see Shane O'Mac back, I think. So Stephanie McMahon, not really too fussed about her. Triple H is obviously, whatever's happened there, maybe him and Shane don't really like each other, I don't know. But Triple H has stepped back and he's not on screen now. Well, I haven't seen him recently anyway, so. But I think he locked out Triple H. I think he's done some good things. So, I'm glad he's around. Although he did lock out, I think his job in the WWE came through being married to Stephanie McMahon. But he's doing a good job, and I can't complain really. But the guy lucked out. My opinion, Triple H, you lucked out. You got lucky. You screwed China over, in my opinion. China went on to do porn and whatever, and has now unfortunately passed away. I like China in the Attitude Era. I like Jacqueline in that Attitude Era. Not too bothered about the bra and panties match. If you really want to look at women in bra and panties, you know where to look. If you're really that desperate. So, you know, the women's division, very good. And it's getting better, you know. And, you know, with this new training facility they've built, you know, Mr. William Regal said on a video about this new training facility, you know, these wrestlers coming to try out and whatever, they can learn in a year what it did for Triple H, you know, or William Regal or The Rock in a year. What took them 10 years will take a year in this new training facility, which seems to be Triple H's idea. And thank goodness for it, because, you know, the women's wrestling is only going to get better. The men's wrestling is going to hopefully get even better. You know, Finn Balor, very good. Now he's injured. Who else? Triple H sticking around for a little bit against Roman Reigns and whoever else, I thought was okay. Roman Reigns, boring. Rusev, he does genuinely does seem like he wants to kick everybody's ass all the time, and he genuinely seems to be there to do his job well. And I think that's why he's the United States champion, although he's Bulgarian, which doesn't make sense. So for him, you know, he's the first non-American wrestler that I've actually wanted to sit down and say, oh, here comes Rusev. It's gonna this most Rusev matches that I've seen through his genuine, or in my opinion, his love for wrestling, and that makes his matches good. In my opinion, you know, he's not my most favourite wrestler, you know, at the moment. Enzo and Big Cass, just because Enzo is the way he is and he talks all the time. They seem need a little bit more tweaking on their wrestling skills, I think, especially Enzo. But I can't not love Enzo and Big Cass. New Day, didn't really like the gimmick. Thought that they'd thrown these three wrestlers together because they had nothing else to give them, you know. But it's pulled off, you know. Everybody, New Day rocks, New Day rocks, you know, and the whole crowd gets into it, and everybody loves them. And I don't think I love the New Day, but I'm starting to like them a lot. AJ Styles and the Club, really, those three, especially Gallows, annoy the hell out of me. But you're not gonna like every wrestler, you know, so they're there. So, you know, and you know, for me they're the bad guys. So when the New Day come in, beat the crap out of them. Yeah, but that's whole part of wrestling. You know, you're going to get the heel people, the baby faces. You're going to like these people. You're going to love it when the bad guys get the holy living daylights kicked out of them. You know, so injuries is a problem. People are dropping like flies at the moment, which doesn't help, especially now with Finn Balor getting injured and Seth Rollins coming out, you know, after he's relinquished the title, and he's standing up there, and Seth Rollins comes out, yeah, screw you, I injured you, and the guy's injured 3 or 4 people now, and it's getting annoying. And someone needs to sit down and say, "Hey, you need to protect the people that you're wrestling." Um, so I'm not really too bothered about Dolph Ziggler. He's obviously done something, for them to push him out there again. So, not really bothered about Dolph Ziggler at all. Shining Stars tag team, why? The Ascension, why? But I guess, they have to have tag teams around for the better tag teams to beat, I guess. The Dudley Boys have gone. They got the shit kicked out of them by the club. Don't know why. Maybe because they said it's our terms, we're living on our terms in our backyard. So, but that's all. That's what WWE is about, isn't it? It's babyface and heel. You're gonna love these people. You're not gonna love these people, And I think with the Cruiserweight Classic, or whatever it is, coming, I think if Enzo and Cass get split up, I think Enzo needs to wrestle against smaller people. I don't think he can keep up with someone like AJ Styles, who, I know he's not the smallest wrestler in the world, but he seemed to struggle with AJ Styles. He seems to struggle with, or maybe he can just act that well in the ring, but he seems to struggle, even with someone like AJ Styles, who really isn't the biggest wrestler in the WWE. So we'll have to wait and see. It's the new era. Hopefully they turn it up a bit. They don't make it a little bit less PG, maybe PG-13, PG-15 or something. Get it, a bit more aggressive. Not Attitude Era aggressive, but get it a bit more, rowdy and aggressive. For people. Have a few more intergender matches. I know the women don't have to get hit by the men, and people say that the Lucha Underground wrestling is promoting domestic violence. Intergender matches is promoting domestic violence. That's not the case. And for me, for equality, if you watch the Duhop show, he interviewed one of the Lucha Underground wrestlers, or who has wrestled with the Lucha Underground in the temple, or whatever it's called. You know, how is it promoting domestic violence? It's, regardless of gender, it's the person's choice to wrestle. First off, whether you're male or female, so they know they're going to get hit. They know they're going to get injured, and in terms of domestic violence, it's wrong, regardless of the gender. Women, you have fists, you have a triggered finger for a gun, just as much as men do. So if you want to go around hitting people, people are going to hit you back, and that might upset people. And I'm not saying that domestic violence is right. Domestic violence is wrong. It's inappropriate, and anybody out there causing domestic violence, regardless of gender, because women can be as manipulative as men, because you are equals, we are equals. So if you see females wrestling men in the ring, it's their choice. Unless it's some real underground shit going on, and you're going to wrestle this man whether you like it or not. If not, you're going to get the shit crap kicked out of you anyway. That's inappropriate. Domestic violence is inappropriate. MMA, mixed martial arts, Ronda Rousey. I'm sure Ronda Rousey, if she really wanted to, regardless of how heavy I am, could knock the holy shit out of me. She's learnt taekwondo and whatever else. She's got that skill set. And if she wanted to get a baseball bat, that's going to take one hit from Ronda Rousey to knock me on the floor. So, you know, what I just said might be a bit controversial for some people, but I'm not going to go around intensely hitting anybody, especially women, unless I really feel that I need to defend myself. Like Ronda Rousey's got a baseball bat and she's about to knock the hell out of me, kind of thing. Or a woman has a gun in my hand and I need to break her arm not to get shot because I need to defend myself. Hopefully I can just restrain somebody like that and call the cops. But anyway, WWE, sorry about my little rant about that, but, you know, I think someone like Paige, who's going into wrestling for wrestling, she knows that she could get injured. She knows she could get bruised. She knows that, you know, and these are women against women wrestlers. You know, something could go wrong, like Enzo Amore got thrown into the ring and got a concussion. It happens. And it could happen to the female wrestlers just as the men. So I think people have got to get over this, you know, domestic violence. It's promoting domestic violence in Lucha Underground. Because, you know, you're going in there with people, regardless of the gender, to wrestle. Whether you're wrestling women or men, you could get injured. Same as in basketball. You know, the WNBA players know that, and I used to play basketball in high school and into my adulthood as well. You know, you're going to stub your finger and sprain your finger. That could leave you out for a few weeks, and it's happened to me before. You know, and now I mention my eye. I've gone for a layup and have people try to block my shot, and I get a finger in my eye. It's like, what the hell are you doing? You know, and it's happened to me 3 times in a game. You know, by a couple of people. You know, they'd go and try and block my shot and get my eye instead of the ball. You know, or you know, they try to block your shot, they trip over and you fall flat on them, and you know they sprained that ankle and, you know, got 200 and something pounds. Well, back then I was 200 and something pounds. I'm bigger now, but you know, they got a body splash from me, and it's, oh god, it's, what are you doing? Well, you're the one who blocked my shot, fell down, tripped, and I tripped over you. You know, it was an accident. Like I intentionally did that. But you know, this stuff happens, and it happens in wrestling. And people are dropping like flies in wrestling at the moment. So that it's a good thing they've got this training facility. It's a good thing they've got NXT for a pool of wrestlers who can come into the main roster and, you know, compete. You know, someone like Bayley has gone through the same training as Charlotte, you know, and Paige. And Paige was wrestling way before, you know, she got to the WWE. And there's a reason why she's in the WWE. Because she's, you know, they thought she's that good. Same as Finn Balor, you know. But I think they need to improve on the storylines a bit. All of a sudden, the New Day had this thing with the Wyatt family at the Wyatt family's compound. And then all of a sudden, Braun Strowman's sent to a different show. And, you know, the Wyatt family's been split up for some reason. I don't know whether Braun Strowman wanted to push for something different, you know, but it's like, because the Wyatt family, to me, haven't really won the tag. I don't know if they won the tag team championship at all or not, or any of them have won any belts. So, you know, I thought they would have kept the Wyatt family there. You know, maybe Bray Wyatt win, you know, the WWE Heavyweight Championship Maybe Braun Strowman win the Intercontinental, and Luke Harper and whatever the guy's name is, the bald-headed guy with the orange beard, win the tag team championships. We're at the top of we're at the top of the pile. All follow us, kind of thing. So anyway, 30 minutes. I try to get it into 10 minutes, but I can't. I just can't. But anyway, thank you for listening. If you listened for all this 30 minutes, almost 31 minutes, going to try and upload it to YouTube. I don't know if it will let me or not. But anyway, thank you for watching if you watched.